right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to send double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations always to the hopeful elect, doing this work in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners. My name is Yakal Lamath, coming back once again, Lord willing, to edify the lost sheep of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, through the Spirit, our Kakadash, which enables us to teach this truth and to do this work. And this video is going into something, when I woke up, something that I seen on just a random video, which absolutely applies to the ministry. And the quote was, "You get in what you put out." Now it's very simple, man. The work that you put in is the same that you'll get back in return. So you can't expect to not do anything in its truth and to receive the broad. As it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, he that has not been through anything, how shall they inherit the kingdom? You got to put in work. And, one basketball drill that I learned, back in the day when I used to, play ball, we used to do these drills, and they had this trampoline that you pass the ball to. And one thing that the coach who passed away, may the Most High rest his soul, one thing that he said is, you'll get back the same pass that you throw, So don't expect to do minimum work and to just receive the kingdom. The most relevant scripture to bring up concerning this topic is the men with the talents, okay? You have the men with the 2 talents, you have the men with the 5 talents, and the man that had 1 talent, and they put the work out, and guess what? They received the broad, So Lord willing, this is edifying. It shouldn't be too long because it's very simple, but it's something to always keep in mind, man. Not to get forgetful. All right. So first and foremost, I'm gonna get the scripture here in the book of Proverbs, the 12th chapter, and the 27th verse. It says, "The slothful man roasteth not which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious." Okay. So it says, "The slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting." So here it is. We have all these scriptures, all these things that lead us to life. We have all the tools that we need. We have the elders and apostles. First and foremost, as I mentioned, we have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We have all these things. And a lot of people won't use it. They won't use it. That the scriptures say, one thing that these Christians say that the Bible stands for is basic instructions before leaving earth, which we don't per se follow that. Follow that what they say as far as that, but when you look at it, it is true. Because the scriptures give us everything that we need to know to achieve, to get salvation. To be on the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's good side when he comes to visit the earth with the vengeance. So technically these are basic instructions before leaving earth. And if you're not using these things accurately, there's no way. All right, there's no way that you're going to inherit the kingdom, man. All right, this is one of my favorite scriptures. Salaki, be not deceived. Salaki. Salaki. Thought it would come up a little easier. All right, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, and verse 7. Okay, it says, "Be not deceived, the Most High Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." So if you're not putting in the work, or if you're doing the bare minimum, when it comes to this truth, or you're just not using the scriptures as you have them, hey, you have people that will not use the scriptures at all, man. You know, you can fall into that stagnant state of mind to where you've been part of this thing for years. When you've been studying, you've been hitting the line, you've been putting up lessons, you've been going to camp, fellowshipping with Akim, and you can still not be using the scriptures. I.e., you don't have the scriptures in your mind. You're so robotic to the point where you forget that you actually have to. It's more than just what appears to the eye, man. It has to be deep. It has to be inside of you. It has to be deep down inside of you, man. And that's why the scriptures say, "He that cometh to the Lord must serve him with the whole sound mind and the whole heart," man. Meaning that you're not gonna get robotic. You're not gonna get content. You're not gonna be stagnant in the spirit, man. 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter and the 17th verse, is something I like to bring out a lot, is to continually grow in the knowledge in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's constantly staying remembering the milk scriptures, constantly rehearsing these scriptures that you've read over the time, man. Because it's easy to let them slip and to think that, I did all these works before. Now I don't have to do as much. Perfect example of you do have to continue to work. First and foremost, the first example that comes to mind is our forefather Noah, man. Endured for all those years, 100+ years. Putting in work for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, teaching the word, And then, in this day and age, what we have, the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Perfect examples, man. Here it is. They've been in this thing 20, 30+ years. And they're still going harder than a lot of the younger cats. They didn't get stagnant. Which by the way, the Apostle Reinblad just did a beautiful lesson, earlier today. Which those lessons make you fervent in the spirit, man. These lessons, these are electronic epistles that the elders and apostles put up, are very invigorating, and they fire your spirit up, man. They remind you of what you're supposed to be doing. We're not so important to where Yahweh Shem Yahushai is just gonna let us be stagnant, let us stay at the same level until he comes back and give us, that's not how it works. Okay, as it says here, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. Or reap life everlasting. So the more work you put in, and of course, it goes without saying, for the work to be sincere, you gotta put in that work, man. You gotta continue to work. And these, especially in these days, and we're living in the days of very evil, man. These are this is the peak of evil, the days that we're living in, man. Esau, Edom, which is are the so-called white people today, they're out of control, man. Of course, prophetically, they're out of control. You have these pestilences, and just to bring up Esau, Edom, specifically with these vaccines that they're trying to push upon the people, which they had a whistleblower come out and expose the vaccines that specifically Bill Gates and company are trying to implement fervently, and they have scientific proof, and this is a real video, and Lord willing, I'll post the video in the description box. This is the video that the elder brother here sent, for over 30, 40 something years, these same vaccines, the flu vaccines, this COVID thing that's going on, all these different types of pestilences that we've seen over the years that they create vaccines for, the hepatitis B, these different shots, all these different things that Esau Edom came up with have been proven to be lethal and deadly and non-beneficial to whomever gets it. So this is the evil days that we're living in. Our people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans at the peak of their wickedness, you know. And man, we gotta continue to stay on our P's and Q's, you know, because Esau, Edom is, you know, the 2/3 are, they're staying on their P's and Q's, i.e. doing, playing their role, okay? So if you want that salvation, man, if you want that Yahweh Shem Yahushua to have the hedge of protection around you, you got to prove your worth, you know, just to say it plainly, you know, because that's how wisdom works. Wisdom, as it says in the book of, I believe the book of Sirach, you know, it says wisdom approve you, wisdom of Solomon, I believe. You know, it says wisdom will prove you to see if you're worthy, man. And who is wisdom given by you? How about Shem Yahushua, you know? So it says, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You know, they're getting lazy, getting stagnant, or just letting the things of this life become more of your focal point. You know what I mean? Don't get faint, man. This is the worst time for you to get faint, because this is the time our salvation is nearer than when we believe, that it says in Romans. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. You know, so we don't walk around being assholes and dickheads, forgetting the scriptures and forgetting to show brotherly love. You know, forgetting to be a man of the Lord. You know, we keep these scriptures in us. That comes with not being stagnant. If you become stagnant, hey, these scriptures, as it says in the gospel, the Most High can take these scriptures away from you. You know, it says, even that the little that a man has will I take from him. That's from not flipping your talents and, you know, just being lazy, man. You know, as I brought out in the book of Proverbs, the 12th chapter. You know, hey, so that being said, I'm going to cut it off there. But that was something that was on my spirit, man, because it says, once again, the quote that I read, you get out what you put in. You know, and really, it starts with Yahweh Shem Yahushua and this ministry, but that applies to everything, man. That applies to every single thing that you do. If you're going to do something, you know, hey, pretty much, man, you get what you pay for. You know, if you want to go to the, if you want to go to a car lot that's known for having cheap cars, but with low quality, don't get surprised when it breaks down and you end up spending more money to get it fixed than to drive it off of the lot. You know, opposed to going to somewhere where the cars are assured the maintenance is right. You know, you're paying a little bit more, but it's reliable. You know, that's the same with this truth. The truth never fails. You know, and the work that you put into this ministry, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has supped with you that much more. All right? Hey, so until next time, I'm going to say shalom.